Good afternoon, Zambia. Hope you're fine. It's been a very heartbreaking few days since we heard the demise of Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. There's a lot of things going on, of which sometimes it's always good to be clear. And as many Zambians are not really involved in politics because of how dirty politics in Zambia have become in recent years. So many of us just read what this person says briefly. We just binge without understanding the depth of what has been going on in the background. So earlier on today, I made a post from Binwe Mpundu where he was, expressing himself about how former president of Zambia, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, was denied access to medical care, going to hospital. He said a lot of things, and I posted, and you guys have been commenting so much. Because obviously there's two teams here. There's the current government party, UPND, there's the PF, and then there's people who are neutral, who are Christians, who don't even know where they stand, they're here nor there. And then I made a statement. I said, look, the church failed to reconcile our current president Hakainde Hichilema and former president Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And there were so many comments, mixed feelings. This one says that, this one says that. And I have my reasons why I say that, because during the Patriotic Front, we had what we called the Christians for Lungu. And I was asking questions like, where is the organization today? The organization died when former President Edgar Lungu was no longer president. And then I was asking questions as well to say, okay, where is the clergy? Where is the church? Haven't they sat these people down? And I received calls from pastors, from different people who've told me, like, look, it's been a difficult task. The church has tried to reconcile these two people. Now, at what point can we get to a Zambia where political enmity gets to a point where until someone dies, that's when you feel it's time for us to step in? Okay? I was not even aware of President Lungu going to the hospital, this and I was not even aware of all those things. If you check my timeline, in 2023 September, I posted about Mama Esther. I said, Mama, you've been a good mother. And I am not happy that you're going through this. May God vindicate you. That was my post, September exactly. Okay? We know that these two, President Hakainde Hichilema and former President Edgar Lungu, they have been clashing for a while. We are talking as far back as maybe 2011. We know this. It's there. It's evident. Now, when President Hakainde Hichilema was being given the instruments of power, the person who handed the instruments of power was Edgar Chagwa Lungu. He didn't object. He didn't fight. He handed over the power. And even the instruments of power were given to the bodyguard of Beijing, not to the president directly. That's how bad this is. And nobody questioned that. And on the very day when the instruments of power were handed over to the president Hakainde Hichilema, I was present. I was there in the stadium. I was in the VIP section. The whole stadium was booing. He was booed, and Tasila Lungu stood with him until they walked out. He's never fought for the instruments of power, like I want the power back. But in more recent years, I heard about the daughter. She's got farms, this and that. Okay? How did she get the money? And I made a video. I said, look, when you are acquiring wealth, always do bank-to-bank transfer. My videos are there. Okay? So now, what has hurt me the most now, because I was asking questions. What happened? how did this man die? I asked. I was shocked because I never heard that this man was sick. Okay? He had a little bit of illness, but I didn't hear that it was that bad. We saw him when GBM was in hospital. He was even laughing. Well, GBM was with an oxygen here. So, if you had told me maybe something has happened to, God forbid, GBM, we would say, oh, he was in hospital. But President Lungu, former president, never had any signs, okay? Now, Emmanuel Mwamba posts documents on his page, and I'm in shock. I said, maybe he's doing politics. And then SABC News exposed what was happening. I was just in shock. According to SABC News, which is a credible South African broadcasting corporation, President Edgar Lungu, former president, I'll call him Dr. Edgar Lungu, was trying to access medical care. And even when he was in hospital, they were mugged, the SABC News. They were robbed. I was shocked when I even heard that Dr. Edgar Lungu was on a flight to travel to South Africa for medical, and he was removed from the flight by the UPND government. How can you be this wicked? On top of that, for most of you people, you don't know what is happening. The only thing they're sponsoring is he was sick and people were selfish. They want him to stand as a president. No, that was not it. You know very well that I am not part of Patriotic Front or what. Me, I'm a person who stands for the truth, and I hate injustice. Nobody can take that from me. Okay, I've stood on this platform for years, since 2019. I've spoken against the Patriotic Front. But when I heard, not from one person, from many, that Dr. Edgar Lungu was on a flight and he was booted from the flight. In 2023, he applied to travel to South Africa for medical. The government denied him to travel. This person is going for medical. You have denied him to travel. Any form of illness, early signs are there. It can be treated. Cancer can be treated. Okay? At least you can be on chemo for the next 5 years. We have a judge that I follow on Facebook. Most of you guys who see my story, I share him. He's in America. He went through chemo. He's even gained weight now. So when he applied in 2023, he was denied by the cabinet office for him to travel. And then today, you want to play angels by sending Haimbe to South Africa to say, you want to see how we can work together. Even me, if I was family, I would deny. It doesn't end there, guys. After 2023 denial, on this very last trip, he traveled. And when he traveled, the person that allowed him was fired. On the 25th of April, the person was fired. So by the time he was getting to South Africa for treatment, it was already too late. Now, Dr. Edgar Lungu traveled to South Africa as an ordinary citizen. The government did not pay. Okay? He traveled. Let me take you back to what they did to him, that I am even shocked this happened. It should never ever happen like this. I'm sorry. Yes, Moine, of course, by your tribe, we know you're going to support. Okay? We know you. I'm not going to shut my mouth. It's my page. Okay? F off my page. Idiot. You think I'm going to stand for heartless and people who are very unfair? Kwasia, idiot. It's my page and I speak what I want. So what they now did, they stripped off everything from Edgar Lungu. Security, accommodation, salary, anything about him, they stripped him. Stripping him to the point where he was no longer recognized as the former head of state. So why then do you want to pretend you want to host a state funeral? I have come on this platform and spoken against whatever issues are going on. But on this one, UPND, you never tried. And to hear the disgusting statement of Madam Mtalana Lumango at your age, you don't even show sympathy. Oh, we are all sympathizing here. We are here sympathizing. I said, what is this? This is now 16:30. We were waiting for 14:30. No public address. Shame has caught you. Okay? Shame has caught you. This man did not fight for power. He handed over. Even as at now, Edgar Lungu was not going to stand as any president or anything. He was just simply supporting his people. He's part of Tonse. He's part of this and that and that. Okay? Edith Naweke died. She too was denied access to medical. Because you knew that when somebody does not have access to medical, they will die. Of course, you will die. We don't even have a hospital in Zambia that can even look after our former presidents. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay? Because I asked questions. How did this man die? And to find that he was denied access, you thought by bringing cyber law, people will not speak. I will speak, I don't give a shit. Because even in death, this man must receive his justice. You now want to do meeting. To say, let's meet and do what you call a what funeral. And the family, through his lawyer, their lawyer, family lawyer, Makebo Zulu, today have stated that, okay, in South Africa, they're going to do something. And then the body, they'll bring it back to Zambia. The way he went to South Africa as a stranger. Now, I can understand if, okay, this man never wrote any letter. The letters were wrote, meaning this person had applied to say, I am not feeling well, I need to go to the hospital. You denied him access to go to medical. You didn't try. What you should realize is power is temporary. Whether you like it or not, you will also be out of your seats. The very system you are using to put, I don't know if it's 40 people in prison. Believe it or not, my people, if you go to Chimboi Kaila, late President Sata's family, they are there. So many are in the, you just don't know because they are not on Facebook. Many of them, if you speak, you are in the jail. So many, they've been arrested. If you speak, you are in jail. They'll look for this. They'll look for, now they came up with cyber law. So that nobody should speak about what is going on. We will speak. I am very passionate about my country, Zambia. And I don't give a shit about what anyone says. I will speak. This man deserved to be treated as a former president. You took security from him. You took all the benefits so that he shouldn't even have access to anything where he could get access to get money. It was blocked. If it wasn't for the people, presidents in South Africa to post on their verified page to say they funded his medical, hey! I am embarrassed to the core on your behalf. That you couldn't even allow this man to access medical. Because you wanted him to waste away. That's all it is. And according to people who are very close to him, one of them has even shared on our page to say Edgar Lungu's wishes were that the state should never take responsibility of his funeral because they treated him badly. Okay? And secondly, what he would always say is that these people, all they want is to see me die. Now, they are trying to sponsor the narrative of he was sick. They were forcing me in power. Which power did this man want to be? He simply was just backing the people. Let's go to this meeting. Let's go to that meeting. So the reason why this man, you are just hearing that he was sick and sick and sick and sick. You are just hearing now. Is because the government denied him access to medical. All right? Now, he was our 6th president. He is dead. He's no more. You are living. You are alive. What have you learned from this church? Is a cat and mouse, rats. What have you learned? Look at Nigeria. Goodluck Jonathan is alive. Look at Ghana. Nana Addo is alive. They're there. Look at South Africa. Zuma is there. They even create memes out of it. Why is it that Zambia, we have no former president? 4 years he died. And people will say, no, he's been sick 2011. You are trying to justify wickedness. You are trying to justify wickedness. Yes, I will talk. It's my effing page, not your page. I'm using my page to speak. Because I got a shock of my life that this man is dead. How? It's better somebody access medical care. They go to South Africa and say, but as government, we tried. Now, you are telling me you want to be involved in the burial of this man you treated as an ordinary citizen to fiakwa. Never. If I was a family, I would even bury him in South Africa. I didn't understand why, even a given Luinda is saying we should have their funeral at the thing, at the Secretariat. Now I understood. Today, I posted that there are some people want to meet. Please go for video. They've been told you cannot meet because a police officer, I don't know, district commissioner, Robert Amwene or something like that, has said you cannot meet. Since when a funeral gathering stopped? As far as I'm aware, I've seen people posting videos. I've seen only peace at the funeral. I've not seen anyone fighting. In Botswana, they have 3 former presidents and they're still alive. This is a Zimbabwe. Dixon, your mother is the one. Don't talk up to me, idiot. Get out. You understand? Botswana, they still have those 3 people. That's the reason why I speak English, guys, because I have people from different countries that watch. So, I shared a video of Dr. Kasonso. He said, by UPND, you are the ones who've killed this man. And guess what? Many people agreed with him. I will speak about the affairs of the government. If you ask me, all we have ever heard is the government prosecuting A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No work at all. If you talk, cyber. Which is cyber? Go and see on Twitter how British people are speaking about the UK now. Go on Instagram, go on TikTok. I will speak. You thought God will not raise people to speak for this man. We are here. We are here to speak for him. So you deny this man access to care. You now want to send Aimbe to go and collect body as who? That is why the family has said the body should come back the way he went, as just a normal person who went. Okay? So, you are angry with that because you thought they would just accept anything because it's the government. It's what? It's the duty of the government present to look after the former president. Health, salary, everything they should get. It's their benefit. But stripping off security from this man, it has a lot of questions. Who is surrounding him? Anybody can surround him and do something in his drink and call it cancer tomorrow. I said it from the beginning that this issue is spiritual. Many people thought I was just talking. How does somebody not have access to medical, a former president? It has never happened in the history. Look, when Chiluba tried to play wickedness on Kaunda, it didn't go well. Who died first between the two? No one is exempt from death. Okay? You can be smart today or clever. It doesn't guarantee you victory next year. The Zambian people are not happy. The Zambian people are angry. And the diaspora people, we are also not happy. Whether anyone likes it or not. This thing that you have begun, the Zambian people are waiting for the ballot box. Let nobody cheat you. I'm told even in another group, they are posting, they are saying, look at that boy that spoke. We are still waiting for that idiot, that boy that spoke in Tonga, to be arrested. We have not heard from him. We are waiting. I can never post anything that is wrong, my dear. I get credible information. Okay? At least the South African news has told us. Or maybe you want me to play for you to believe. This is the South African news. Since I post lies, so South Africa is lying. The South African media even said they were even robbed. This is South Africa. Okay?
Access to medical.
Okay.
Okay.
This is South African news.
Former Zambian President Edgar Lungu has died. He was in a South African hospital receiving treatment. And joining us now is SABC News International Editor Sophie Mokwena. Sophie, a very good afternoon to you. Briefly tell us what happened to Mr. Lungu.
Well, we know that he wasn't well. There was a time where he wanted to come to South Africa for medical treatment, and there were challenges in terms of the approval for him to come to South Africa for medical treatment. But I guess later on he was able to do just that. He hasn't been well. You would recall that it was some few years ago in 2015 when he came to South Africa for medical treatment at Milpark Hospital. At that time, I remember we even went there to speak to the people who had accompanied him and him after a short medical checkup at Milpark Hospital. On the very same day, the SABC team that was doing that story was actually covering his story when he was admitted at the Milpark Hospital.
Okay.
Medical attention.
This is SABC News. The videos are there. I don't want any copyright. That's why I didn't want to share. Okay. But what I want you to understand is that you cannot do injustice to someone and then pretend you want to be nice to the person. No. Okay. Muchindu, yes, by your name we know where you come from. So shut up. I am not going to be quiet. I have never spoken to all these people from Zambia. Just from what is happening, I can see. Okay? Edgar Chagwa Lungu was mistreated by the UPND who think they will live forever. Who think that 2031 it will be a clean sweep, they will win. Trust me, if Tarsila Lungu was on the ballot paper, she will clear. Next year, you can win the elections or whatever is going on, nobody cares. But at the end of the day, all I know is you are not guaranteed forever, ever until eternity life. So we should treat each other well. Imagine this man, the way he has died. And people are trying to justify from old articles. No, when he was president, he did this and that. He did this and that. My dear, the two have cat and mouse since. Now that you are president, show difference, Kaili. Since President Hakainde Hichilema is now the president, let him show a difference. Okay? To say, oh, my brother, I heard you're not well. Pay mekete siko. Even the immunity things were removed from him. So, how can you be this bitter? You are the instruments of power. All you talk about is PF. It's a song every day. Boma Nusambo is in prison. Nanya Zulu is in prison. This one, that one, that one, that one. Everyone is talking. Anyone who talks is arrested. I went to parliament. And I remember when Princess Kasune was talking about, you know what? UPND, this new constitution amendment, they're going to have many women. I'm asking myself, how many by-elections have we ever had? Have you ever seen UPND nominate a woman? None. That's your answer. They will never, ever, ever nominate women. They want to use women for their own agenda. And if you don't know, you are sleeping whilst your friends, they've got empires, companies. They will tell you, the economy is bad. We are borrowing money from here. They have company, they are shareholders. Different companies. If they give you a list, go and check Kupakra. Who is a shareholder? You'll be shocked. You think people are suffering like you? They are not. How can you suppress people with freedom of speech? They cannot speak. I was asking today, what about the flag? Why isn't the flag on a half-mast and things like that? I was asking. No, we have to wait. And you are very good at defending. Even the announcement, it was a post on Facebook. We didn't have official where they say, oh, this is, it was a post on Facebook. That's the official announcement. Which an ordinary Zambian who doesn't have Facebook cannot read. Not everybody. Not everybody. Okay? Not everybody. Somebody saying, we've been waiting for Patrick Kangwa to give a thing. We've been waiting, Patrick Kangwa to give a thing. We've been waiting. We waited. I've not seen anything. Okay? So, whatever you want to say, you can say, because politics is a very dirty game. Okay? I've spoken about the church, and I spoke about Dr. Nevas Mumba. He came to comment on my comment section. And I told him, you predicted that President Lungu would die. And it has happened. No, you said it. You said it. Is there something you knew? Okay? Is there something you knew? And you see what they do? People will come on Facebook. You are mad. You are this. I will speak. You have no education. Me, I have a master's degree, my friend. And my master's degree is on human rights law. So I stand for anybody. As long as you are being treated unfair. Nobody, they can't even give you any job. A grade 7. Come and comment in South, I don't care. Amanda, which school do you go to? None of you have even got education. You'll be there shouting, screaming. They won't even give you even a business account to even start a business or anything. As long as this man was treated badly, I will speak. So, I'm happy the way the Patriotic Front is running with the funeral. We've seen videos. There's no violence. People are peaceful. And this man has explained that this man was happy from home. His only other second place where he was happy was the office of the Patriotic Front. So, he is a public figure. Okay? He is a public figure. And a politician, so people will speak about these things. Whatever is going on, people will speak. And I'm just embarrassed on behalf of the government that they failed to even take this man to the hospital. It is embarrassing. We have lost 6 guys in the game. This is the last generation of the older generation. A new generation is coming. We can do better. We can't be chochise. You are in power. What are you fighting somebody who's not in power for? You are the instruments of power. Okay? You are an instrument of power. But believe you me, the death of this man has awoken a lot of people's spirits. Don't be fooled. Zambians will vote for anything apart from UPND. Trust, don't be fooled by social media. I said these things years back. Focus on working. Focus on doing this. You are focused on how to fight PF. Fight PF every day. Trust me. The very people you are using now to fight opposition will be the very people that will do the same to you. They will not call you Bwana, Sir, Madam. They will not. You will be an ordinary citizen as well. Some prophecies were said before. And I want to say something about Joshua Iginla. That man, he stood by President Lungu. He warned President Hakainde Hichilema, don't persecute this man. He warned him. President Hakainde Hichilema and his team never listened. And if people are celebrating his demise, that next year will be a clean sweep, you are joking. A new revolution has arisen from his demise. Trust me, he didn't die alone. God has used this man to open people's eyes. Whether you like it or not, next year, UPND is going. Save this video. Next year, UPND is going. People are not talking because of cyber. I will speak. I will speak. People are not talking because of cyber. But what has happened to this man is not good. Let's be human in how we treat ourselves. There is no need for revenging. No, when I was this, he did this and this. But when you listen to the whole issue, if somebody is president, in the UK here, Prime Minister is passing and you block his way, you will go to jail. Trump too will do the same. Okay? So let's not bring things of the past. No, this one did this. This one did this. This one did this. This one did this. Sir, you could have done better. I'm highly disappointed with the UPND government. I'm saying this. If this man was allowed to go to hospital, this man was given what he needed to get, this man, this and that, we can say UPND, well done. But every day it was persecution. His wife, his daughter, is this, is that, Bowman, this, Changala. Now I'm even just knowing their names. Trust me. UPND next year is going. Don't be fooled by, no, this man of God has said, forget it. God will use a certain situation for a revolution. President Lungu, when he was president, a lot of things happened. We needed change, cadarism and stuff like that. And we used social media to kick him out. The same social media we will use to kick out UPND. You cannot be this heartless. You cannot be this wicked. Tia! We had to speak about GBM for GBM to be out. I remember sharing a post from Bishop Eddie Mulenga. I said, no, let this man seek medical help. If not, GBM would have joined his ancestors. Edith Nawakwetu denied to go and access medical. This lady has cancer. You're saying, we're going to bring the court to your house as if you will never die. Power is too much in your head now. You're failing to think. I have power. I'm in power. I'm in power now. Let me use my power. Power only comes to people who use it wisely. When you mess it up, God takes it from you. He did it with PF, he will do it with UPND. UPND is not going anywhere. You'll be surprised. Hey, Mao Sampa, I'm surprised you're quiet. You want him to say what? He's crying. I tried to call him, he didn't even answer. Tasila Lungu, they're all crying. Florence Chimbo, in fact, I'm blocking you. Idiot. Stop disturbing my page. We will talk. You don't pay my bills. You don't pay my rent. You don't pay anything I do in my life. So I will talk. I've watched this lady voice of chair speaking every time. In the background. I said, why is this lady passionate? She's from the UK. I've never met her. I just see her. It's when all these things are coming out. To say, So as a Christian, I should keep quiet. You a Christian, I will talk. Me on this platform, I will use my 600,000 plus followers to tell Zambians the truth. So if you like, you should hide. Clotilda Malambo, who's promised me anything? You can't see my house. Do I look poor to you? Shut up. Nobody can promise me anything. Simon, well, I don't know what rubbish he's posting. That's a rich kid who is paid 25,000 kwacha every month to talk rubbish. Okay? He is paid to speak, to praise UPND. He has no grade 12, I believe. They wanted to give him a position. They found that he has no grade 12, he has no qualifications. So that's why you see him, anything he talks. If you meet Simon, he will tell you, I'm paid to speak. He is paid to speak. So ignore him when he speaks. He's making sure his salary comes every month. Yeah. Okay? He's on 25,000 a month, so forget about that one. What he says is baseless. You know? There are so many things he has said, which I ask myself. I asked him when I was in his office. Why? Said, Lily, I get paid. So if somebody is getting paid to speak, allow him to speak. That's his salary. That's how he gets paid. Andrew, you're looking for... No, I will talk, Andrew. UPND is not going anywhere, of course. We can see by your name. Don't have time. Okay, so that's what's happening. The family has said they want to have a private meeting and then they'll bring the body privately. Now, somebody made a comment, a very stupid comment like that on Facebook. Oh, when the body comes back to Zambia, what are you going to... What if the government denies the body? You have no right to deny a Zambian citizen there. He's not South African. Okay? And for that, oh, why are you speaking? I used to speak about Boma Lusambo on my page. The videos are there. I used to speak about Kampiongo. I used to speak about anybody. So I will speak. Okay? Somebody just talking about Bank of China. So what if there is Bank of China in Zambia? The Chinese people have been there in Zambia doing things. Okay, so talk about Bank of China and then what? They're just having useless thing. You don't even know. Go to school, my friend. Go and research. You understand? People don't want to be part of politics because of the same thing. This one will come and insult. That one will insult. You can come in and insult. I don't care. Kathy Wale, you are seeing my stream. Let me delete you, idiot. Useless idiots. Block. I don't have time for rubbish. I'll delete your comments after. Hey, just sit down. I have nothing. Of course, I have nothing to do. That's why I'm talking about President Edgar Lungu. I have nothing to do. I'm worried and concerned about a Zambian citizen. I have nothing to do. Idiot. Why did I study human rights? You think I went to university to go and study human rights masters and degree in social work to come and sit down and just watch? I will talk. Kwasia. Idiot. So the body will arrive in Zambia on Wednesday according to the government. Okay, that's good. When the body arrives in Zambia, meanwhile the family is having a private moment. They'll have a wake, pray, and then bring the body. And to be honest, how do you feel to even be laying flowers? I remember when Madam Nalmango posted on her Facebook on Madam Edith Nawak, my sister. I said, yay. Today you're calling her your sister. In Zambian politics, umuntu wa manganafwa. Stumbeko, your mother is the one who's on medication, not me. They're angry. They thought now, people what? We have risen now. We are the new revolution. Yeah, you thought we will not talk. We are here to talk. And you won't stop me because it's my page. You are poor. And you find someone with no ceiling board. You are talking about people, insulting people. Order. Have order. How do you go and even pay your last respects on someone you never even got along with? Let's start. What I'm trying to say is, let's correct this error. It should have never happened. The two should have reconciled. At least, even if they are not friends. Allow this man to have access to medical. Allow this man to have his immunity to do what he needs to do, this and that. Okay? But not now. You want to now do set funeral. You are trying to recognize him as the former president. And one thing that I was surprised, me, I'm very observant. I just noticed that on the flyer they wrote Edgar Chagwa Lungu. The one that was posted on the president's page, okay? It was written Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Shouldn't be he addressed as His Excellency or something? I don't know. But that's what I saw, and I was just shocked that they can write Edgar Chagwa Lungu. A statement was posted. ZNBC is busy with other nonsense. Diamond TV, please. Clap for Diamond TV. Diamond TV have done an amazing job. Every day celebrating this man. Thank you, Diamond TV. Thank you for what you have done. For keeping this man's memory alive. Thank you, Diamond TV. Thank you. We don't pay tit for tat. No, because this person did this to me. So me too, I should do this. I'll use my power. No, you could have been a bigger boy now, bigger guy, bigger person. By, showing this person love. That's Christianity, which we preach about. We claim Zambia to be a Christian nation, but nothing. And Dr. Nevers Mumba, I will forever say this. That man was not supposed to be in politics. If you had stood your ground to be a leader, you would have been able to put these people together. But you have failed to put them together. And even in Dr. Edgar Lungu's death, the two are still enemies. So we can't, nobody should come and tell me they were best friends now. We all know that they don't get along. Way back. And it should never be tit for tat, like I've said in the beginning. So President Lungu, it is confirmed from our first video that he's passed on. I've shared many videos about what's going on, what people are saying. People crying at the Secretariat. We've seen Madam Inongewina as well, crying as well. We've seen my eyes were very puffy for the past few days. I haven't been able to sleep. There's just something about this man's death. It doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel it was a right time. People say, no, he's been sick. It doesn't feel right. I just feel his life was cut short at an early age. 68 is young. I was looking at Frank Mutubila. He has a page, Talk with Frank. He's 73 or something, you know. So meaning Edgar is younger than him. He shouldn't be dying like that. You understand? So HH for life for president, whether I like it or not, in your village, Sams. As long as we have Zambia, and Zambians are the ones voting, Sams, in your village, on your own. Zambians are watching. There's a, you know, some of us, we are quiet like this. You think we don't know anything. We know who the heads of every department in Zambia are. We already know what's going on. We just watch you. We already know the things that are happening. Me, personally, I even know how people are demoted. Somebody was in a high position in the council office, demoted from that position to another position or transferred to this because they want their own to be there. You think we don't know? You think because we're quiet, we're posting hallelujah, we don't know? We know a lot of things. I personally know people who've been demoted, told stay at home. They stay at home for 1 year. They don't know where they're going. They are now told, okay, you are being demoted from somebody who was at the top. Why? Because this person has to be there. We know everything. We are just watching. That's why I'm saying this man's death is now going to highlight everything. And the hearts of the Zambian people, like they've said, they're going to use an emotional vote next year. Don't think when you do certain things, when you deprive somebody of medical, that people will be clapping. And I'm sure the UPND government is shocked at how the Zambian people are expressing themselves. Many are angry. In the markets. In Kamwala the other day, a group of people were like, look, we were ready to vote for this man if he's going to stand next year. So let me tell you how it works. Before there's elections next year, they send a team of people to go and survey the ground. UPND knows they don't have the ground. They don't. And they ask them, they just send people like, just if it is a change, we're going to go for this government. I think we're going to vote for it. They send people in Kanyama, Matero, Chingola, everywhere. When they get a report and they say, this person is the favorite, do your maths. That's why I said his death was untimely. Hey, he was sick. Which in Africa, we don't believe somebody was sick. Okay, if he was sick. Oh, now, another excuse is the family was hiding the sickness. How? When they wrote a letter. The letter is there asking for permission and the cabinet office denied. Okay? So, whatever people will say today, just mark it on the wall. Next year will be a year of exit. To even have Zalomis as the ECZ chair. What is all that? For what? Zalomis is the ECZ chair. What did she do for her to be ECZ chair? When Madam Speaker is speaking, I'm asking myself, a very biased speaker. And you think Zambians are not watching. I can't imagine how Zambians will have this same government for the next 5 years again. Hey! Hey! It's horrible. Even if there's a chicken there, Zambians will vote the chicken. What I'm trying to say is, try to make amends. 1 year is not far. Change the way you're doing things. This one in prison, that one in prison, this one in prison. Every day. I saw Bowman Lusambo's wife. She's even lost weight. She's lean now. Her husband is there. How can you eat? And there's a post where people from UPND are laughing on Bowman Lusambo's post where he said, look at what Hakainde Ichilema is saying when he gets power. Then Hakainde commented to say, I will make sure we get your house. Maria, shut up. I'll make sure we get your house. What has happened? He got the house. Yes, the UPND they did not deny me adoption. I dropped out. Because everything that is going on here, to be honest, I wouldn't want to be part of it. It's disgusting. Pilato cannot even speak because he's eating. Is this what I would want to be part of? Thank God, God blessed me. I don't need to be part of them to survive. What is going on now is disgusting. I can't even want to be part of it. Nah. I hate injustice. That's why even PF, I had many offers. Oh, you can be part of this organization. No. I didn't like how they were treating Zambian people. So I stood my ground. So even UPND, as they are mistreating people, next year, you'll be shocked how it will go. This is a revolution. For the sake of keeping Edgar Chagwa Lungu's memory alive and the pain he went through till he went to be operated, we shall vote. Not you. So allow me to speak. It's my page. It's unfair for the man, how he is gone. And if even me as a family, and my family member was treated like that, I don't want to be part of government. I wouldn't even want. We know so much. So much. We just watch you. You think because I'm quiet, I'm posting about, no, guys, this person, let's pay for this, let's donate. You think we don't know? If you know the information I know, you will never even be saying next year we're voting again for these people. They need to retire. Madam Nalumango, you need to retire. Your mouth, my dear mom. You need to. You think by giving people plot, somebody's in distress, you give them plot. You think now Zambian people should be clapping. Hey, they will collect plot. It's watermelon next year. Okay? So, there's a lot of things going on, and the issues of, even the American, government has exposed the failures. And they say they started in August, latter part, 2021. We've never had the American embassy address the nation of Zambia. But in this government, American embassy addressed the nation, talking about how they failed. You can see the disorganization. They are just disorganized. Very disorganized people. Very, very disorganized. You think I'll keep quiet? It's not about even being bitter or what. But we can see how people are struggling. Unique superior. You vote alone. Zambians are not going to mention it on social media here. Because they know that so is watching. They'll go and follow them. A young boy posted a meme. He was arrested. So you think Zambians will say? They're not going to say. They will keep quiet. Allah, we are just scared of cyber. Whatever, mama. You see? People are just scared of cyber. You even brought a cyber law so that Zambian people cannot talk. Okay, if this UPND government is a good government, why is Secretariat in another country? Anyone who's speaking is outside Zambia. Anyone within Zambia cannot speak. Bino Mpundu was even being threatened. Police call out this and that. Mania Zulu also, he just talks anyhow. But he was speaking. Where is he now? Where is Mania? And immediately they take your seat. By election, they are winning. What is that? You want to win everything. They've even reduced the price of minimum. That price of minimum reducing is a strategy to win election. Because Zambian people, you are concerned more about minimum. So if the price of minimum is reduced, you will vote again. That's the strategy. You understand? So, all these arrests that they are doing, do you think they're doing them good? The one that even hates me the most is for a female MP that is in the cells. What is that? Imagine. No. I never heard any UPND MP was arrested or in the cells. I don't remember. Please, can you remind me? Did we ever have UPND MPs in the cells when President Lungu was a president? And independent MPs in the prison? UPND is so desperate for power. Too desperate. The desperation which is disgusting. It's even annoying. The desperation is too bad. What is all this? Has the official announcement from HH been announced? He just posted. He posted this yesterday. He made a long post. Wakateka. Forever. At one time, people used to say, hey, Wamoyaya. These Zambian voters, these Zambian people, President HH, you're surrounding yourself with, hey, they will give you a shock of your life. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Whatever is going on, this government, Nelisha, leave politics. The man is a politician. He expressed he doesn't want government to bury him. We'll talk about it. Why would he reach that stage? He died as he was trying to have an operation. What operation? We don't know. Who was there? We don't know. Was any government official there? No. Imagine a person of that level. Then why should somebody be in politics? Somebody of that level. This is not just an ordinary man. Former president of the Republic of Zambia for 7 years. Elected twice. Thank you so much, Ruth, for the stars. Elected twice in power. Found himself in hospital with strangers. No security. No security detail. Vehicles stripped from him in Zambia. And we should clap. Watch that win our UPND. President Hakainde Hichilema, you will be a former president as well. And we don't know who will be a president after you. Would you like it if they treated you like this? What is all this do me, I do you? And the church is sleeping. It took Joshua Iginla to speak. It took other men of God from outside Zambia to speak. Even on GBM, it took 1 or 2 pastors to speak. Edith Nawaku is dead. Lungu is dead. Ha. Ha. And you tell me that politics in Zambia is clean. Icona. No, they had cancer. Do you know what cancer is? Yeah, to you they had cancer. There's also spiritual warfare. My dear, keep sleeping. So that, guys, that's the issue that we're talking about, and it's so sad. I saw a comment at he thought keeping cattle and ruling people are one and the same. At we are just scared of cyber. This one also is talking also. Inshakwata lawyer in but all with all sense of humility and all due respect your voice. Thank you so much, darling. What's your name? Whatever you called. Anyway, when the live stream finishes, I'm going to block. The UPND chair says the UPND want to go and cause confusion at the Secretariat so that it looks like there's confusion. I have people who are at the Secretariat, darling, who are not even into politics. And they've told me it's very peaceful there. Very, very peaceful. So if the UPND try to go and cause confusion, I mean, they are in power today. There is a prophecy that came recently. Be careful how you are trading UPND. Be careful. Zambia is a country of peace. The man that you frustrated till he died is no more. Next year, at least you are assured of victory, as some people are celebrating in some groups. But I can assure you this, no one lives forever, 1. 2, no power is permanent. So how we are working together now is very important. Don't show love to people when they are dead. Go give Luwinda, brother, let's sit. How was it being in government? Have coffee, tea. Every time you at loggerheads. What is all this? We only have one Zambia. One nation. Okay? Somebody saying he decided his own to strip off his benefit and opted to stand for presidency, Zamkalile Zulu, the man did not even qualify for presidency. So shut up. We have heard the court rulings. Which presidents? Have you seen him file for any president? Have you seen him file for nomination? Whether he wants to stand or not, he still needs to get his benefits. He went privately. Let's allow him to be buried privately. Ubufo Antini, my sister, Fanista, Vantuabukana Sambidida. Many people will be commenting. They don't even know what's going on. Anyway, my people, that's what I want to tell you. Somebody saying President Lungu needs a state funeral in honor of what he did to Zambia. Who is going to be the one to honor and officiate? UPND government or PF people? That's the question you should ask. Okay? Ask yourself that. And I feel so sad for Mama Esther. She tried. I remember when she came to cry, say, I'm appealing, and people were mocking at me. I've done so many videos about her. I love that woman, naturally. I always speak positive about her because she's been a mother that spoke. We saw her very active, always doing other things. And even when they were trying to arrest her recently in 2023, I said, no. I said, I'm praying for you, mother. May God show you mercy. Just within these few years of power, you have shown people Pepe. UPND, you have shown people Pepe. Moviana, tell your mother to shut up, not me. This is my page. You don't pay my bills. You don't feed me. You don't even know anything about me. So shut the F up, idiot. So gets benefits on what terms? He was a lawyer. He knew that when you get into active politics, all these people, even with fake pages, they're just talking. Anyway, who are we going to blame between these two? Both. And especially the church. The church. Dr. Nevers Mumba, you have failed Zambians. Yes, I'll mention your name. When I met Dr. Nevers, when I spoke to Dr. Nevers Mumba, I said, Dr. Nevers, I want to come and stand in Zambia. I want to work with you, PND. The first thing he told me, you can't work with HH. I said, what do you mean? He's not a good person. To see the man like that, in fact, even if you ask him, quote me anywhere that Lilian Mutambo said this, I'm not scared. I am shocked to see that man work with him. Even Felix Mutati, I'm shocked. I went to his office. HH, you can't work. To see them together, I was shocked. That's when I knew that these people, they do politics of the belly. Nevers Mumba, Felix Mutati, these two are President Hakainde Hichilema's enemies. Quote me anywhere that Lilian Mutambo said this, I will agree. These two are enemies. They are pretending to be with HH. They are not. Amos Chanda, another idiot, another enemy. President HH, keep on keeping these people. You will see. President Lungu, we told him the same thing. These people, they are messing with the cadres. You know, people will close their ears when people are in leadership. Until he saw it for himself, it was too late. Amos Chand, Nevers Mumba, Felix Mutati, these three, they are not good people to be with President HH. Us who even fought for President HH, we just see, I said, okay, we just watch. We just watch. These three, any government that comes in, they'll go. They are very hungry. They are very hungry. President Lungu's death is very painful. And Nevers Mumba, you never tried. Dr. Nevers Mumba, you never tried. You never tried at all. I can guarantee you that. Me, I was shocked. I said, Dr. Nevers, you would come on our live stream. I would call you. You are saying, how come you're with HH? That's when I knew that these politicians, they're just there to eat. That's why I'm confident I'll tell Dr. Nevers off, because I know he doesn't love HH. Catch me anywhere. He doesn't. He's doing it for his belly. Quote me anywhere that Lilian Mutambo said, okay, that you don't love HH. I said it. Dr. Nevas Mumba, Felix Mutat, these two, Amos Chand, these three, they are enemies to HH. He doesn't know. That's why, Mr. President, keep them. One day you will know when there's another leader and they'll be there enjoying again. These are the people who are eating here and there. Nevas Mumba has failed to develop in his area in Chinsali. People of his area don't love him. Yeah. At first, they will never allow him to seek medical. Secondly, introduced cyber fimo to scare us so that you shouldn't talk. What is a cyber law for? And it's very good when people speak on the internet. The solution to what has happened, somebody is asking, what's the solution? Former President Edgar Lungu is no more. We continue mourning him. He'll be buried in Zambia. When he's buried, we know where he'll be buried. We'll continue mourning him. And next year, we vote using our head. This time, we're not voting no because of PF Kadaz. This time, we should see that leadership, any leadership, should have compassion towards its people. Okay? When I watched Madam Nalumango do a video to say, whether you vote in you don't, you vote this what? Oh, I said, what is this? You still be hungry and poor. Like, seriously, are you telling Zambians they're going to be poor? You understand? You are in that position because the Zambian people put you there. So speak to them nicely. They failed to address so many issues. So many issues. It's all about PF has failed, PF has failed, PF has failed. Give us more time. And you know why they wanted the constitution amendment? So that they should, a president should be in power for 7 years. Power is sweet. Imagine having an MP for 7 years. President for 7 years. In fact, Zambia should revise its constitution to 4 years like Ghana, like Nigeria and Ghana. They do it 4 years. 4 years is better. Five is too much. If it was Nigeria, this year would be having elections next month. But in Zambia, you are doing it for 5 years. It's too much. The youth revolution that will come, change. We need to change it to 4 years. Okay, so we are honoring the man and we are thanking God for, you know, his journey, mercies, and everything that, you know, has transpired. Somebody saying, Eric is saying a dangerous Jezebel to society. No problem. At least I speak the truth. I don't sugarcoat anything. Okay. Somebody says President Hachilema has declared a 7-day period national mourning from Sunday 14th period. Okay, it has happened now. Thank you. Even if you declare 14-day period, we already know up to from 8 to, I think, we already know you didn't pay for medical. That's what it is. And the national mourning has been declared too late. It's been declared today, Saturday. It should have been declared the very day he died, maybe by the following morning. We didn't hear anything until the evening time. We didn't hear anything. Who told you were at President Bodwin? Shut up. You didn't hear what I said about the Constitution Amendment. Get out. We're using our head so the opposition, if can leader, the jokers we have at the moment. Okay, as Africans, we respect the dead, so the differences between HH and Lungu, politics aside. But the truth is, the man is in South Africa because there's no hospital in Zambia. So we also need to look at the hospitals in Zambia as well. Can we have a presidential hospital in Zambia that can help these people? Okay? But regardless of what has happened, it should never repeat itself. President Hakainde Hichilema one day be a former head of state. Imagine him going through what President Lungu went through. You can't fly out, you can't do this, you can't do this. Come on, guys. Okay? It should never be even allowed that it should happen. So we should condemn it when it has happened and not think, I didn't know, because I've been focusing on my own things. I didn't even know that he was blocked. You see, but knowing today that, oh look, he was blocked. He was trying to go to the hospital and things like that. It's better you give these people the chance whereby, you know, where somebody who like, for example, you want food, and somebody will give, take. You eat on your own, isn't it? You eat and you get food. Yeah? But you don't deny someone, and then when now this person is hungry, they are weak, they are sick, I say, eat now. How will a sick person eat? You understand? It's better you give the person, give them, support them what they need. And then themselves, they'll say, this government, they tried. It was just his time. You know what I mean? Because, like, if you go on the BBC Africa, people are saying, who killed him? Because African leaders' death is always questionable. There's so many questions we need to ask. We can't just keep quiet and say, well, he's not just an ordinary person, so we should speak about it. Okay? You understand? Why should we divide ourselves? Because I like President Lungu. Because I like HH. You will see two big idiots fighting on Facebook. This one supports HH. This one supports Lungu. And they are fighting, doing live stream. What is that? We don't see that in the UK. We don't see that in other African countries. We are too behind. Like, this is politics of 1959. Huh? You understand? Why should we reach to that stage in Africa where we are fighting each other like that? Hey, if it's that one, Fimbo Poke, we'll see. What is all that disgusting comments? It should never be like that. Okay? So somebody saying when HH was treated, Veronica, that's what I'm saying. Leadership, you should have umutima. You don't pay evil for evil. That's what I'm trying to say. Because HH did this to, Lungu did this to HH. So yeah, it's fair. No, what I was saying is, when he needed medical treatment, he should have allowed it. That's it. The man is already old. He's 68. Somebody who's 68 requires medical assistance. Let him access medical help. Okay? And when he receives that medical help, and then we'll say, wow, government, you tried. You understand? By the time this lady was going to, when Nawak was going to South Africa for medical, it was already too late. Some of the leaders were even making comments like, we'll bring the court to your house. This lady has treatment for cancer. Even if you expect the person to recover, you are thinking. Then you have these court cases. Then you have cancer. You will die before your time with the pressures. It's evil and should be condemned. That's why I said all those people who came up with Christians for Lungu, this and that, all those organizations, where are you that have failed to sit our leaders down? We call it a Christian nation, but pastors cannot even sit. Dr. Mumba is there eating. When I see this grown man, honestly, Dr. Nevers Mumba, that man, he annoys me. Because when I see him, the way he'll be posting, praising, I said, this man, you have no shame because you want to eat. You can't even put people together. Okay? Why should our country be divided like this? When you're in a position, use your position to do good. If I don't even have millions of dollars, I see somebody struggling in Zambia, I sacrifice, instead of me buying a designer bag, I say, let me give Zambian people. Let me give Zambian people. It's a seed I'm sowing for tomorrow. For the sake of my children's future. For the sake of my own future. You don't know who can remember you tomorrow. It's the seeds we plant. Many people, when they just hear Mwanawasa name, everyone wants to rush to help the person because of the seeds Mwanawasa has sown in the land of Zambia. What is the legacy of President Hakainde Hichilema? What is the legacy of President Lungu? There's a big difference between the two. This one will say, I did this and that and that. But for President Hakainde Hichilema, what is the legacy that we're going to remember in the 4 years that he's been in power? There's so much that has gone on. And if we love this man, President Hakainde Hichilema, it's better to tell him the truth. And that's the reason why many of our leaders find themselves to the lowest point. Because when someone is in leadership, you clap for them for anything they do. You don't know how to correct them. You must learn to correct a leader. Boss here, Maluvian. Boss, this Amos Chanda that has come close by. Let's, Father Walia, all those people, what are they doing in UPND? If we talk, we are jealous. These people never fought any battles. They came from PF. Father Walia was even an ambassador in Australia. Given by President Lungu. See the way the man betrayed because of stomach. And we're allowed to just watch them because they are our elders. No! HH makes a mistake. Tell him, correct him. President Edgar Lungu, when he made mistakes, you were supposed to correct him. But no, you didn't. So, we should learn our mistakes from this death. This is a time for us to unite as Zambian people. And after uniting as Zambian people, let's put our political differences aside and stand for the truth. If somebody needs help, you are in cabinet office, you are given the position. Don't do yes, Bwana. Go out of your way and say, go. I'll know what to talk about with the boss. But you are scared of your jobs. You understand? Many a times, the reason why many leaders, after they are no longer in positions, they even stoop into depression faster, is because the people that surrounded them, they run away, they go to the next person. So many people left President Edgar Lungu. So many. He helped so many people. Because they now know he's no longer in position, they left. So I'm telling you this. Don't clap everything that my HH does. Oh yeah, good. Tell him it's wrong. When he makes a mistake, correct him. You have made a mistake, sir. He is not an angel. There's no way somebody cannot be corrected in this life. No. And if I'm given a job, I'm a cabinet person, and I receive a letter in my office, President HH will probably be in America negotiating deals or, loans and whatever, the IMF. I will decide, okay, yes, I will approve. Let him go. I will explain to the boss that it was an agent medical thing. How can government come in? No, we deny you. You see, somebody says the problem with Mr. Nevas Mumba is that he has been handling two things at the time. He calls himself a pastor while politically he cannot understand himself. He's not a true, genuine man of God. He's not. Okay? I had a dream about him some months back, and I told him, I said, this is a dream I had. I'm now trying to understand that God was trying to send a message that he should be the one used to pray for the nation, because he has that mandate. He was among the people that declared Zambia as a Christian nation with President Chilua. Okay? Yes, Clara is saying, I don't know why people are catching feelings and shouting. They don't even understand what I'm saying. Tomorrow they'll say I've been paid by PF. I don't even speak to any PF members. Everybody knows I've been part of UPND, and they'll say all sorts of things. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. We continue to mourn our beloved president. And from this, we should learn that unity is very important. No one lives forever. And no matter what, let's treat each other fairly, especially when it comes to an important issue such as medical. Let's put our political differences aside. Because tomorrow we don't know, when you're no longer on that seat, how you'll be treated as well. The very people that you work with in position to persecute the people who are former are the very people who will do the same to you. And do you know what the Zambian people will say? But that's what you people do, politicians, is do me, I do you. We are honestly tired of seeing all these persecutions of this and that when we have better things to target as Zambian people, such as feeding the Zambian people, improving the economy, more employment opportunities for the young people. We have so many junkies lying around, but our agenda has been to focus, shifted on how President Lungu should be treated negatively, how his wife, his family, everybody, PF people, revenge. Yes, you did this to us. That's hatred. What seeds are we sowing and planting? Okay? So, somebody said the president of Namibia, when he passed away, the flag was down. We are talking about the former president of Namibia. The flag was down in those holy. Immediately he died, he should have come down. You don't wait today until they declare. Anyway, yeah, thank God this has been declared national mourning from, is it tomorrow, up to 7 days. Okay. Guys, take care. Remember, life is spiritual. No one lives forever. Today, President Hakainde Hichilema, people will be praising you because they know that you give them jobs, you give them food, they'll eat. Tomorrow, the same people will betray, they'll join other political parties. If they can shift from PF to UPND, they will shift from UPND to other parties. Be careful who you surround yourself with. So go, Lemuta.